come on in. The other guests should be arriving soon.
Thanks, Rahul. When I heard that Jefferson was coming over for dinner, I drove over here at the ever-popular high rate of speed. Did you know that driving's more fun when you sang along? Who else is coming?
Well, Patrick Henry, Richard Henry Lee, and I believe Thomas Paine as well.
Ooh, more liberal ideas.
Yeah, then John Hancock.
He's okay.
And Alexander Hamilton. I'm sorry, Mr. McDermott, but I thought I'd add some interesting conversation and maybe some political diversity. Oh, and Mercy Otis Warren couldn't come because she's busy, promoting her new play. And Deborah Sampson couldn't come because she's busy fighting a lawsuit. And she's trying to re-enlist in the Army.
That's okay. This sounds like it's going to be a great dinner anyways.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah, so Mr. McDermott, I was thinking about making, for dinner, I'll make, everything gourmet, everything. It'll be fantastic. I'll have turkey, peas and carrots, mashed potatoes, and bread. And seating arrangement, I'm thinking all the Democrat Republicans on the left side, and all the Federalists on the right side. And then you here, and then me over there.
That's ingenious. I really like that seating arrangement.
Yes. Mr. McDermott, I have to go finish up dinner. Could you please get the door for me?
Oh, sure, no problem. Oh my God, is it him? Is it him? Oh, it's just you. Rahul, it's John! Welcome to Rahul's house. The dining room's that way. How's your business been doing in these trying economic times?
Oh, I'm doing great. The business has hardly been affected at all. But between you and me, everything is a lot easier if you just smuggle everything into the country.
Okay. Okay. This has to be him. Oh, hey Richard. What have you been up to since the whole Constitution thing happened?
Well, I got elected to the Senate by Virginia. I would prefer to serve under the Articles of Confederation, but that Tory Alexander Hamilton kept on whispering into Washington's ear. And you know what happens.
Sorry, gotta get the door. Are you kidding me? Is he really gonna be the last one here?
Sorry?
Oh, it's not you, Patrick Henry. I'm just really anxious to meet Mr. Jefferson. Oh, Thomas Paine. Nice job avoiding that invitation from John Adams to be the emissary to France. Dodged a bullet on that one. It's probably not him. It's probably Alexander Hamilton. Oh! It's really you! You're Thomas Jefferson!
Yes, and you must be George McDermott. Rahul has told me a lot about you.
I'm your biggest fan. I've read all your works. The Declaration of Independence, it was so powerful. Did I tell you I'm your biggest fan?
Yes, multiple times.
Mr. Paine, I really like that pamphlet you wrote before the Revolution, Common Sense. Before that, I was only going to provide funding and support for Massachusetts, but your pamphlet opened my eyes and made me realize that all 13 of the colonies were being oppressed. And so I decided to fund the war for all the colonies.
Why, thank you, Mr. Hancock. When I came to the colonies and saw how the British had taken advantage of all of you, I felt that something needed to be said. The British had taken away some of your basic rights, and well, it just did not sit right with me.
I like it.
Welcome, Alexander Hamilton. All the other guests are already here.
Oh, hello. Who are you? I was expecting Rahul.
Rahul's finishing dinner. I'm George McDermott, his history teacher.
Dinner's ready!
Whoa, Rahul, you didn't tell me he was going to be here.
Just sit down, eat, and ignore.
Alright,
Oh yeah, John Hancock's gonna get his grub on.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Is that going to be like some forever?
Well, it isn't now, but...
There you go.
Here you go.
Mr. Henry.
Everyone wants some salt.
My plate's empty.
Don't worry, you'll get some.
It's almost as good as the food I've had.
Anybody want some bread?
Yeah,
love
but all you
some.
in France is French
This
fries.
looks delicious.
Here you go.
That's actually wrong.
Yeah.
Grab a piece
Finger
of bread.
licking.
Look at that, right?
Hey guys, I'm sorry that Rahul was so cheap, but can we like preserve the mashed potatoes so we all get some here?
Yeah, I like it.
Dude, you took more than I did.
What do you mean I was so cheap? So, Thomas, I read the Declaration of Independence, and that quote, all men are created equal. I loved it. It was great stuff, great stuff.
And that's my favorite part of the entire document also.
It could have been my stuff, you know. I was supposed to write it.
It's not my fault your wife got sick and had to leave early.
Well, you never know.
You know, even though my declaration was amazing, the Constitution was a complete, utter failure.
Hey, it's not a failure yet. I know you don't like to give more power to the federal government, but it's necessary to maintain a large republic.
But at the cost of basic liberties, power should remain in the states.
Without the Constitution, the Union would never have been able to pay off its debts, for the Articles of Confederation did not give the federal government the power to tax the people. Had the power stayed in the states, the federal government would not have been able to pay its debt. The bondholders paid good money to support the war, and they expect the federal government to pay them back.
The current bondholders took advantage of the patriotic farmers in their time of need. They don't need any more money.
How do you feel about paying the bondholders, John?
Yeah, if we owe them money, we should just pay them. My personal opinion is that the federal government should assume all state debts.
Sorry, Hancock, but I will have to disagree with you. Hancock, I agree with your personal opinion because all Americans fought in the American Revolution.
Hold on a second there, Hancock. The southern states already paid their debt. Why should they have to pay for the northern states?
People should not be forced to pay off the debts of the northern states. Bailing out the northern states using taxpayers' money will not help out this country.
I thought you were a federalist now, Patrick. Why wouldn't you want the federal government to have more power? All Americans fought in the Revolution, so that it's the entire country's responsibility to pay off the entire debt.
Federalist side, I still want to help the masses. I only became a federalist